All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look at something really fun today. It's usually everyone's sort of favorite part, and it's one of my number one questions about how to play jazz piano. What do we do with bass lines? So obviously, because we play piano, we can create our own bass lines for ourselves, right? We don't need a bass player necessarily. But there's a lot that goes into bass lines, and it's an ongoing discussion and something that we'll explore more in the advanced class as well. But I want to get you going today on some simple things. So get up your 251 in fourths packet, and or you can just memorize the progression in C. 2, 5, 1. In C, and you notice I'm using our thirds and sevenths here and putting the root down in the bottom. So the very first thing that we want to do is to get up create a two feel swing. So normally we're thinking swing, right? And the bass is usually walking, right? Quarter, 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 quarter. But sometimes the bass player and the drummer will do something called a two-feel swing. And that indicates that we are to highlight half notes, okay? So in that case, then the bass player would be going 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1. The drummer might be doing dum, dum, ta-dum, dum, ta-dum. So it's just kind of what we call a two-feel swing. It's a bit of a relaxed swing, if you will. Okay, so we're going to start with that feel first. And all you have to do for this first exercise, if you're looking at my baseline sheet, okay, number one, we're actually going to simplify number one even more. We're just going to do half notes. And we're going to do root and fifth of each chord. So root, fifth of D, then drop to the next closest root, root, fifth of G, and then root, fifth, root of C. So let's try that first. Okay, go ahead and play that with me. If you only can do your left hand, then just do your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 1, 2, a 3, 4. A 1, 2, a 3, 4. A 1, 2, 3, 4. A 1. Notice I'm playing the roots for the C chord in different octaves. A 1, 2, a 3, 4. A 1, 2, a 3, 4. A 1, 2. One more time. Play with me. Root, fifth, a root, fifth, a root, fifth, a root, fifth. One more time. Fifth, a root, fifth, and a root, fifth, a root. Okay? That's the simplest way to do it. And actually, you'd be so surprised with the drummer swinging. Feels great. Let's put in a little eighth note thing. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, right? So 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. That's the rhythm. Remember, and as you can see on the sheet, that this is a triplet feel. Triplet, 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 triplet. We're subdividing triplets, okay? Triplet, 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 so make sure you're subdividing triplets. So try that with me. 1, 2, ready, and. Sorry. I was just thinking I should turn my drum machine on, but I don't have it queued up here, so. triplet, 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 and that gives it a little bit of bounce and a little bit of motion. So that's the simplest bass line to start out with, is roots and fifths with either a half note or the little eighth note in there too, right? So now let's try something else. Let's go down to number 2 on your bass line sheet. And this one explores the same rhythmic pattern, but we're going to substitute a 3 instead of a 5. So it's going to sound like this. Root, 3, root, 3, root, 3, root, 3, root, 3, root, 3, 1. And this is also a very common thing, of course, because the third of the chord is a very important chord tone. So let's try that, okay? Just half notes right now. Root and third. 1, 2, ready, and I like this one because it really leads in, like especially from the 5 chord leading tone into the root. So it's really pushing you through the progression. Okay, now bass players would probably mix those up, right? Like maybe they might do 3, 1 root, 3, root, 5th. Okay, so you can feel free to explore those and mix them up. However, you know, just keep in mind where it's going to. I really love that leading tone going into C. Now let's add the 8th note. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, a 1 and 2 and 3, a 1 and 2 and 3, maybe root 5th that time. Okay, let's try that one. 2, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Da 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 da. That time I went to the 5th, right? You can mix them up. So notice that I'm playing very connected. Think about how a bass resonates. Boom, 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 right? It's all long. So don't play these notes short and don't use pedal. Create the length from your fingers. I'm kind of mixing up now the half notes and adding that little pum-pum. We call that a spangalang, ta-ta, ta-ta, right? That spangalang that drummers play. I'm creating that in the bass. And I'm kind of mixing that up, you know, free form. So experiment with that. And then, of course, play down the rest of your 2-5-1s. Very important to think triplets. Right? Go down the page and play through all your 2-5-1s, and then get those down and come back, and we'll look at part 2 to this exercise on bass lines.